Alright, so what I got going on here today at the Quick Speed Shop is my daily driver winter beater S-10 has some kind of nasty vibration in it, and it's in the drivetrain, in the wheels or the drive shaft or the rear end. I shift into neutral, the vibration doesn't go away, but it's pretty violent vibration to the point where I didn't even drive it to work today. So I think it might have something in the drive shaft or the rear end, so let me jack it up and see what's going on here. And I could be working in the garage, but due to all these projects I got going on, the rocket car in the background, my Model A truck frame here buried in steel, carpet, benders, everything. I got a 4-car garage and I'm out working in the driveway like a dirtball, but that's what happens when you're having too much fun. So let's jack this sucker up and see what's going on. Alright, well you can see I got a leaking pinion seal, but I've kept the level topped up in the rear end, so that's alright. Alright, well you can see I've got a pinion seal leak, but that's been leaking for a while and I keep it topped up, so I don't think that's the problem. I'm going to go ahead and shake the rear wheels and see what happens. The drums are adjusted up pretty tight, that's why it's not spinning the one wheel. There's a little bit of end play in the that's the C-clip. So, I hear the front U-joint making a little bit of noise, so I'm going to go ahead and look at that. But I'm stuck upside down under here. I got to turn around like a hot dog in a frying pan. Hold on. Oh, aha! Found it. Check this out. See that? Bad rear U-joint. That would definitely make a clatter. I thought I climbed under here. I could see some rust dust on the pinion, so that was an indication that something's going bad. But the one cup has chucked all our ground and needle bearings in the dust. So that's bad, but take a look at how nasty the underside of this truck gets in the western New York wintertime. Look at all this salt and rust. This drive shaft is really pitted. The bed, look how the braces are rotted away. Now granted, I rebuilt this truck once to 60,000 miles. I put floors, rockers, cab corners, and brake lines and the whole 9 yards in it. This is at a 125,000 miles on it. Rusty freaking junk. But that's why it's a winter truck. So, got a bad rear U-joint. Alright, I'm under here. I got some thrust. I'm gonna blast this. Alright, I set the e-brake. Hopefully it'll hold the drive shaft so I can bust these loose. Got a myriad of wrenches here. Let's try this 7/16. Do the double wrench trick. Give me a little bit of a lever arm here so we can pop these suckers loose. Leave that loose because when I rotate this on 180, I can leave that right in there. So let me go ahead and take the e-brake off and I'll spin it 180. At least it's 50 degrees out in February. This would suck when it's 10 degrees out. So it's not too bad for working in the driveway. Oh yeah, here we go. I could get my ratcheting wrenches out and make this easier, but they're buried in my van somewhere, and I don't feel like crawling in and out of this thing 18,000 times, so we'll do it the slow way. Not going to make raid on this job. Gotta get my hammer. Hold on. And some safety glasses. And that sucker's in there. That's in there. Take this right out of the way.
Obviously you wouldn't want to be on a good U-joint with a hammer, but since this one's bad, it don't matter.
Here we go. Alright, I can see what I'm doing, sort of. So I got my drip pan. Before I pull this out, I'll probably lose a little bit of training fluid, so I want to have a pan handy. Just pull the slip yoke right out. Yoink! Oh, nothing. There we go. Seal seems alright. Right back here. Oh man. That's real bad. That's chunky. That's chunky. It's bound right up this way. No wonder it was shaking so bad. This thing is completely freaking shot. Ay ay ay. Yep. Well, I've still got the needle bearings, but they're all crunchy. This one seems to be alright, but this side is completely shot. I came in and rotated in here. It's done. So upon further inspection, I'm not going to replace the front U-joint because it operates real nice. I greased it up. Since it operates real nice, with new grease in it, for the amount I'm going to run the truck before I take it off the road, it'll be good enough. So back here, I'm going to soak this overnight with some thrust. And it's also an internal clip U-joint, so hopefully get the clips out of there and get the U-joint out. Let it sit here and soak. The only spot that's not completely rusted on the drive shaft is right here where it was exposed between the cab and the bed, and the rainwater would wash the salt off it. So it's got surface rust, but smooth. The rest of this is real scaly with salt in it. You can see all the salt in it here. Real nasty. I don't even dare knock the scale off it. The thing's probably thin and end up putting dents in it or weakening it. So I'm just going to leave it like it is and throw it back in there. Okay, I went and purchased a new U-joint. Let's go ahead and unbox it. Got the C-clips and the grease fitting. Here's the brand new U-joint. Yoink! So I'm gonna do the down and dirty ghetto method of getting these out. I got my vise and I got a big socket. And if this wasn't so rusty, you could probably use a press and press it out, but I don't really have a press that's gonna work. I got an arbor press, but it's kind of clunky and I don't think it'll press this out, so I'm gonna have to beat the U-joint into this socket to get it out of the yoke. So let me bring the drive shaft up and we'll go ahead and get a look at it. Got a hammer and I got a little chisel somewhere. Aha! Let me go ahead and try to get these C-clips to pop out of here.
Let me try this one.
This one I think is moving a little bit. Alright, so the clip is all the way out. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with some more thrust. Just get a little bit in there. Now, I have a brass drift. I'm going to use the bead on. I'm going to bead on this. You got to knock one through enough where you can get the other one out, then you can work the U-joint out, then you knock the other cup out the other way. I'll probably have the best luck doing this on the floor because I can lay the drive shaft down. This is kind of a precarious angle here. And, I need something to set that socket on, so let's go ahead and transfer to the ground here. I'm going to go ahead and start trying to beat on this and see what happens. Here we go. There we go. I feel it moving. There we go. So I'm going to knock this through. I'm going to knock this down through enough to get the one cap out. There we go, got the one cap in the socket here. Gotta knock it back the other way to get the other cap out. Here's the second cap. Take a look at this. It was missing the side of it, and all the needle bearings are turned to dust. So now we got the what's left of the U-joint loose here in the yoke, and it comes right out. Oh my God, look at that. Look what it did. It wore a huge chunk into the side of that. This is about ready to come apart. I don't know if you can see that. Look at the damage on that freaking surface. It's supposed to be smooth like this one. Look at the damage on that. That's crazy. I got some emery paper here. I ran the yoke on the wire wheel to clean up the outside of it. I'm going to just use some emery paper and try to clean up the rust inside here and make sure this presses together nice and easy. So the last thing you want to do is be chasing your new bearings all over the place. Pull both bearing caps off. Sure you don't lose any of the roller bearings. Place the yoke inside. I'm going to place this one back on first. Into the yoke. I'm going to slide this one in here as well. Now they're both kind of floating there. Now I'm going to take the vise and I'm going to squeeze the two caps into the yoke. At the same time, I want to go till I get to the, this one's going in first, so I'm going to go till I get to the groove where the C-clip goes. Which is starting to show up now. There we go. This side's going as well. I think I'm going to have to use the socket and just drift this in just a little bit because I can't squeeze. I'm hitting the yoke with the vise, so I gotta use the brass drift and drift this over just enough to get the clip on it. So I'm gonna take it back down on the floor, tap it for a second. I'll be right back. I used the brass drift and I just tapped on these a little bit just to get enough in to seat the C-clips on here. So you can see the clips on there now. They just clip on, click, click. I'll show you how to put them on here. But so the U-joint's installed here. And before I put it in the truck, I'm going to go ahead and hit it with a grease fitting, put some grease into it. But it's installed in the drive shaft correctly now. So let me go ahead and put the clips on the other side. These are just simple pieces of spring steel. So they'll just go ahead and they're just going to go and clip right into the groove. Of course, somebody put tape on this, so now the tape's in the way. Here you go. This is just going to press right onto the groove of the cap. Like that. Bink. Like that. And that'll fit against the straps on the other side. So there we go. Brand new U-joint installed. And go ahead and get the grease fitting on. Give this a little shot of grease. I'm just going to give her a little shot. My Super Grease-O-Matic 76. I gotta be careful I don't blow the caps off. All ready to go back in the truck. We're all set. It's kind of dark and nasty out, but I think I'm going to go out and throw the drive shaft back in and set the truck down on the ground. So thanks for watching. That's how you replace a U-joint with minimal hand tools. A hammer, a socket, a vise. And if you like things like this, you like restoration projects, car projects, truck projects, DIY projects, you know, whatever I'm coming up with, please subscribe, hit the like button, and you can see some more pictures, detailed pictures of things on Instagram if you go to Quick Speed Shop on Instagram as well. So, appreciate you watching. You know, there's something nice and relaxing about laying under the vehicle. It's 50 degrees out. You're nice and warm. You can lay under here with a radio, think about life. Turn off the big light and just kind of chill in the darkness. This is unhandy at best. I don't know why I got a box of nails on the workbench, but I do. That's not really going to help me do anything, but whatever. Working on a junk heap. Alright, so here we go.